Franchise. Them niggas that be gossiping and broke, they is not us. Leave your track hawk around gang, it's gonna be our truck. It's so many bad bitches on me, I ain't got one. I'm shooting with this Glock, flip the switch and it'll act dumb. On FaceTime with Snow, he got about 80 on his neck. Fuck your PUA and PPP, I got a ring check. You the one that think you hard.
Good YouTube, it's your boy Cute Nato, and I'm coming to y'all with something slight. So right now we got a reaction video. It ain't your normal reaction though. We getting information today. It's a good day to get information. It's Tuesday. Well, today is Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And I heard they've been coming out with a lot of new laws lately. You know, Congress been talking about some stuff. As y'all know, the ATF, the brace ban, and then the appeal and all that. Bro, if y'all haven't been tuned in to all that, and y'all want to know about the gun laws and everything that's going on in the world, hey, y'all comment down below, because hey, I be into all that, because you know I love my gun. So keeping up with, you know, the rule changes and the bullshit that these niggas be talking about just off basic stuff that they don't even know, they just be talking. I keep up with all that, you feel me? So like I messed up. So as y'all can see, I decided to, you know, let's react to some of the new stuff that the ATF, you know, and the higher ups is planning to do in the future. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. We ain't gonna be doing too much talking. Without further ado, hey, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notification, because y'all don't want to miss another video. I might drop a couple more videos like this, giving out more information. Y'all don't want to miss no information, I promise y'all, because this shit can really save your life. You might not know, like the ATF ban, I ain't gonna lie, y'all just hearing about this now, and y'all ain't never heard about it, bro. You're in a cave, bro, and if you walk around with a pistol brace on your pistol, bro, be prepared to face like 10 plus years, bro. Like, off a brace on a pistol, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's shit like that y'all don't even, not a lot of people is aware about. You feel me? So I'm just trying to bring awareness to the community. So, like I said, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Assault work. Dang. Go ahead and get into this, bro. I ain't gonna be doing a lot of talking. Got my claim.
Congress in Washington, D.C. may be about to vote on an assault weapons ban. What is going on here? What other gun control measures are coming up? My name's Tom Grieve, former state criminal prosecutor, criminal defense attorney. Guys, let's get into it. So if you've not already seen our video where we're talking about House Joint Resolution 44, where the Republicans were able to successfully pass out of the House by a vote of 219 to 210, a bill that would effectively repeal the ATF's pistol brace rule, check that in the description box below. The Democratic Party is not very happy about the fact that the Republicans were able to successfully pass out of the House by the vote of 219 to 210 back on June 13th, 2023, the bill that would ostensibly repeal the pistol brace rule passed by the ATF. In response to that, they're trying to do three things, and how they're trying to do it is kind of interesting through something called the discharge petition. But first, those three things. Number one, another assault weapons ban in AWB. You knew this was going to happen, and it keeps coming up. It's seemingly every single session of Congress. So this one's aiming to do, among other things.
And you know what's really stupid? My bad, I ain't trying to do a lot of pausing, bro. This is going to probably be like one of the few pauses I'm going to do. But you know what's really stupid about this? They're banning assault rifles and banning all this other stuff. Bro, when I tell you the most convenient, the most deadliest weapon that you probably can, you know, sneak around anywhere would be damn near a knife. That's one. Fucking a screwdriver. Bro, anything can be a weapon if y'all are really not aware of that. This pen is a weapon. Niggas out here talking about, you know, assault rifles because they're for assault jobs. You know, you trying to go down and you trying to clear a crowd of people or something, but you can do that with a pistol, you can do that with a sword. You just gotta have the right training, the right skills. So really, all of this stuff they be talking about is really pointless, and it doesn't really help anything. It just causes a bigger hindrance. But you know, we ain't gonna get into that. We just gonna play.
Prohibit the sale, transfer, manufacture, and importation of semi-automatic weapons and magazines that can hold 15 rounds or more. Now, a lot of these details are a little bit fuzzy. If you want me to be following up on this to see exactly what the details are, be sure to let me know in the comment field below. But otherwise, it's worth noting that, of course, we're going for the prohibiting the sale, transfer, manufacture, and importation. So seemingly there would be no confiscation with the way that this is worded, and I'm not saying therefore it's great. Let me be clear, comment section. But my point in all this is there also seems to be maybe a grandfathering provision, but there's also nothing that would allow then, say for instance, if I had AR-15s, hypothetically pre-boating accident, and then I were to pass away someday, get hit by the bus, there's nothing that would allow this to then transfer to someone else. It looks like that, if I had to guess how this is worded, that's the point of confiscation that would come in. Probably the same for magazines as well, if I had to guess. And of course, we did a video talking about the legal attack, the playbook of what's going on to attack the Second Amendment, all these different points, so be sure to check that out on our channel as well. Number 2, the Bipartisan Background Checks Act. This is an act that would institute near universal background checks for gun sales, with exceptions for family transfers and temporary hunting transfers. Okay, what's going on here? Well, let's just remember, quick history lesson, that all, of course, firearm registrations, and of course registrations is the prerequisite to confiscation and ban, have to basically start with some sort of universal background check or something like that. We need some sort of way of knowing where all the guns are and who has them. This is the reason why historically pro-gun forces, whether Democrat or Republican, have been so incredibly resistant to the idea of bipartisan background checks and all this other kind of stuff. Okay. I'll also note for you that it's not like a lack of background checks is posing a huge problem. If you look at all the different ways that criminals are actually obtaining firearms, generally they're stolen, they're purchasing them off the street or through some sort of black underground market. If you really think that the person who's trying to, you know, the 19-year-old drug dealer...
He's right. Guns are being manufactured and shipped through the streets for street people, you feel me? They're not going into gun stores and buying guns. So they create these laws where they have to prolong the freaking background checks, and they gotta do this, and they gotta hold the guns for this many days before you can pick your gun up at the store, bro. It's all stupid shit because you're not helping nothing. You're not helping or solving anything at all, and they know this, but they just say stupid shit. Like, I ain't gonna get into it. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma just say that y'all really should just tune in to like watch them little court cases and stuff where people be talking and arguing to the ATF about all this stuff, bro. They don't know nothing that they're talking about. They don't know shit. They just be saying stuff and trying to make laws and fucking shit about guns, and they don't even own a single gun, bro. They just hate on people with guns. I don't understand, and it don't make sense, bro. It literally don't make sense.
Be afraid of purchasing something off the street. I don't really know what to tell you. I also read a really interesting study that actually goes into all these kind of underground markets. If you want to see me talk about that, also, of course, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. But the bottom line to this is, look, you talk about the so-called gun show loophole, something that, of course, many politicians love to run on. As a note, less than 1% of so-called gun crime, in other words, crime that is committed in one way, shape, or form with a firearm, less than 1% of crime involves a firearm sourced from what appears to have come from a gun show. And if you think that that number is going up, it's actually going down. The number from these days is actually almost half or less from what they were 20 years ago or so back in the 90s. So we see a downward trend, but apparently, of course, this is a big problem that absolutely has to be addressed, right? Of course, this law does seem to leave an exception for family transfers. So typically we're talking about grandpa passes away, the firearms can be transferred, doesn't have to go through a dealer to the sons or beneficiary, the daughters, whoever the case may be, as well as for temporary.
Last part. I ain't gonna lie. I really do think that guns should disappear off the face of the earth. I feel like the world should regress back to the sword age. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's when real warriors was around. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no warriors because you can shoot a gun. I mean, I can shoot guns. I'm very accurate. But, you know what I'm saying? That really don't make you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the warrior age should come back.
Hunting transfers, whatever that means, presumably if you're going to deer cap, and if you want to let a buddy own or take possession of a firearm to go hunting with, you don't have to do a background check for that. So presumably it's something like that, and of course that's the way it is today, and 10 years from now, if this passed, we all know it would probably go someplace much darker, if history, of course, is any lesson on that. Number 3, the Enhanced Background Checks Act. Now, we actually did another video talking about how the fact that background checks are broken, linked in the description box below. This seeks to close what is being described as a loophole that allows firearm purchases to be approved if a background check isn't complete by 3 days, which extends the deadline to 10. What's going on here? You fill out a 4473 when you go to purchase a firearm, and you don't get immediately the approval. Maybe they have to, for whatever reason, keep looking into the fact that there's 100 felons that share your exact same name and date of birth, and maybe they even come from surrounding areas or something like that.
You telling me there's 100 felons that have the same name as you, nigga? Bro, you sound dumb. You sound fucking stupid. Bro, this is what I be talking about, bro. They don't know what the fuck they be talking about. They just be talking. You telling me 100 niggas in this world with the exact same name as you, bro?
Like that. I'm sorry to all of you Richard Johnsons or something like that out there. It is what it is. I'm not telling you nothing new. But the point is that if the ATF doesn't actually complete their background check process, then after 3 days, it basically allows the dealer to go ahead and to proceed if they want. And of course, subsequent to that, if the ATF figures out, oh, we never should have approved that, or if the FBI, I should say, figures out we never should have approved that, then that's where you get agents at your door saying, yeah, you need to give that back right now. This would extend that deadline to 10 days, so the FFL can't immediately proceed if they choose after those 3 days. Guys, super quickly, show your support for the Second Amendment as well as this channel by clicking like. It's the best way of just taking a moment that doesn't cost you anything, helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and it helps you tell me, as well as the comment section, what kind of videos you want to see us do. So thanks very much. Back to the show. So that's kind of the quick hits roundup on what the Democrats are proposing. But how the heck are they doing this?
Just like he said, y'all make sure y'all like, bro, because it really do help with the algorithm, and it helps me let me know what type of content that y'all really messing with, bro. If y'all not messing with the content I'm dropping right now, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, like, bro, like, on some real stuff. We family, y'all join the squad, bro. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be working together. Hey.
Well, they're doing it through what's called the discharge petition, and it has been used to actually help gun rights before. So what's the English version of what is a discharge petition before we get into kind of the weedy, nerdy parts? The English version is this. Both parties have used this. It's a means of getting a bill out of committee where maybe they die or they don't ever get to see the light of day, and there's some formulas and procedures on how to do that, and that way you can get an up-down vote on the House floor. In a nutshell, that's what it is. You gotta remember that the ways that, of course, we get laws is they start off as bills, and before they become bills that get voted on by the House or the Senate, they start off.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all wonder what I'm drinking? This is chocolate almond milk. I made it myself. Hey, Nate,
off in different committees within the House or the Senate. They have to survive and get through those committees before they get to the vote on the House floor or the Senate floor, and then they crisscross the other House so that they're both voted on before they go up to the president. It's also worthy to note that, of course, most or many state legislatures work the exact same way. But what happens if you're not the majority party and you want to see a bill emerge from committee to be voted on? Because keep in mind, the majority parties control a lot of the agendas and a lot of these subcommittees. Well, originally you only needed 1/3 of the House members in order to do this, in order to exercise a discharge petition. That discharge petition would have then basically ripped it out of the committee by discharging the committee and then given it the up-down vote. However, in 1931, the rules were changed from requiring 145 votes
Like I said, watch it to get me information. I got my information, that's it. I appreciate y'all for watching. I make sure I like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Lay low when I'm chasing this paper. Bitch, I gotta go. I see you later. Real player, I can't fuck with no hater. All black nigga looking like Vader. I'm in the streets with the wire and cable. Big stud, yeah, horse out the stable. Yeah, I got it, cause a young nigga able. RP, Marcus Marvin and April. I wake up every day and pray, I'm so grateful. Hit my knees and I pray to the angels. I'm a real nigga, don't mind saying thank you. Don't get this shit twisted with pull up and spank you. Trip out of Florida, I feel like